This week, we're also going to read some poems. That means that our genre found over here on the left-hand side is poetry. Let's see what that means. Poetry uses the sound of words to show pictures and feelings. Have you ever read a poem before? We're going to read some poems, and when we read the poems, we're going to have a text focus, something that we're going to be listening for and looking for, and that's going to be rhythm. Rhythm is a pattern of beats, like music. The words and phrases in poetry can give it rhythm and meaning. You've probably heard the word rhythm before, probably from music class. So poems about reading and writing. When you read a poem, do you pretend to be in the poem? When you write a poem, do you express wonder about things? These poems are about reading and writing. The first poem that we're going to read is called Share the Adventure. Pages and pages, a seesaw of ideas. Share the adventure. Fiction, nonfiction, door to our past and future, swinging back and forth. Wham! The book slams shut, but we read it together with our minds open. This poem was by Patricia and Frederick McKissick. What did you think of that poem? Our next poem is called The Period. Fat little period, round as a ball, you'd think it would roll, but it doesn't at all. Where it stops, there it plops. There it stubbornly stays. At the end of a sentence for days and days. Get out of my way, cries the sentence. Beware. But the period seems not to hear or to care. Like a stone in the road, it won't budge, it won't bend. If it spoke, it would say to a sentence, the end. And this poem was written by Richard Armour. What did you think of that poem? All about the punctuation that we use called the period. I like that one. The last poem that we're going to read is called Keep a Poem in Your Pocket. Keep a poem in your pocket and a picture in your head, and you'll never feel lonely at night when you're in bed. The little poem will sing to you, the little picture bring to you, a dozen dreams to dance to you at night when you're in bed. So, keep a picture in your pocket and a poem in your head, and you'll never feel lonely at night when you're in bed. What did you think of this poem? This one had a lot of good rhyming to it. Head and bed. Is there a poem that you heard here that you liked? Down here it gives a suggestion. Write a poem. Write a poem about your favorite book. Think about how you can use rhythm, rhyme, and repetition to make your poem fun to read. That's something that you could do during your work on writing. This is something that you could add to your list of work on writing topics. Write a poem. We can also go over here and connect to poetry. Gabriela Mistral loved to read and write. Look back at the poems that we just read. Which poems do you think Gabriela would have liked the best? What do you think?